When kids bite, pinch, and pull hair, a journey of understanding and supporting our children. Hello everyone, I'm here as a companion for all the parents out there on this incredible journey of raising children. Today, I'd like to share with you a topic that many of us have encountered. Why do our kids bite, pinch, or pull hair, and what can we do to help them? This isn't just about their behavior. It's an opportunity for us to understand our children more deeply and support them with gentleness and care. Let's dive in together. First, let me briefly outline the key points we'll explore today. For babies between 6 and 12 months, biting, pinching, and hair pulling are not only ways they explore the world but also how they learn about cause and effect. As they grow, from 1 to 3 years old, these behaviors often become a way for them to express emotions, whether it's excitement, anger, or frustration. What's crucial is that we, as parents, respond calmly, say no clearly, and avoid giving too much attention to these actions. Moreover, understanding the reasons behind their behavior will guide us in knowing what to do next to support them. Now, let's explore each part in detail. Understanding why kids bite, pinch, and pull hair. Have you ever wondered, why does my child bite, pinch, or pull hair? It's a question that crosses many parents' minds. And it's completely normal for young children to do this. For them, it's not just a random act, it's a way to experiment and explore the world around them. Let's break it down together to understand it better. The infant stage. Exploring the world through senses. When your child is between 6 and 12 months old, everything around them is new and exciting. Have you noticed how they put everything in their mouths or touch things to feel them? Biting, pinching, and hair pulling are part of that exploration. At this stage, they're learning about cause and effect. For example, they might bite you and then watch to see how you react. If you laugh or turn it into a game, they'll think, "Oh, that's fun, I'll try it again." On the other hand, if you get upset, they might be intrigued by that strong reaction and want to test it again. It's their way of figuring out the world. Also, did you know that when babies are teething, their gums often feel sore or itchy? Biting becomes a natural way for them to soothe that discomfort. I remember when my little one was teething and kept biting my hand. It wasn't intentional. They were just trying to ease their own pain. The toddler stage. Expressing emotions through actions. As children grow into the toddler years, from 1 to 3 years old, the reasons for these behaviors shift. At this age, they might bite, pinch, or pull hair because they're feeling excited, angry, frustrated, or even hurt. Have you ever seen your child suddenly pinch another kid during playtime? It might be because they don't yet have the words to express what they're feeling. Sometimes, they do it simply to get your attention. I once saw my child pull a friend's hair just because they'd seen another kid do it. Or sometimes, it happened during a tussle over a toy. This shows how much they learn from their surroundings. And at times, across both age groups, these behaviors can happen when they feel overwhelmed, maybe from too much noise, light, or activity, or when they're tired or hungry. I want to reassure you that if your child hurts you or others, it's natural to feel upset or frustrated. But if we can stay calm and talk to them gently, it's the first step toward encouraging positive behavior in the future. Understanding the why behind their actions is the key to supporting them effectively. What to do when infants bite, pinch, or pull hair. Now, let's talk about what we can do when our infants bite, pinch, or pull hair. This is a stage where our patience and gentleness play a vital role. Here's the first thing I want to share. Respond with clear words. When your child bites or pinches, you can say, "No, that hurts, Daddy." Your tone should be firm enough for them to understand, but gentle enough so they don't feel scared. Then, gently remove their hand or mouth from the spot they're hurting. By doing this, you're helping them shift their attention away from the unwanted behavior. If they do it again, be patient and respond the same way. I know it can feel exhausting, but consistency is key. If they're teething, try giving them something safe to bite, like a pacifier or teething toy. If they're hungry, offer a feed or a snack. These steps not only soothe them but also redirect their behavior in a positive way. Here's something interesting. Infants often repeat behaviors that get them a lot of attention. So, when they do something positive, like cuddling or gently patting you, shower them with praise and attention. You'll notice they'll start to learn that positive actions bring love and closeness. What to do when toddlers bite, pinch, or pull hair. As your child grows into the toddler years, our approach needs to adapt to their development. Let's explore this together. For toddlers, it's still crucial to respond clearly with words. When they bite, pinch, or pull hair, you can say, "No, that hurts, mommy." This helps them understand that the behavior isn't acceptable and lets them know how we feel. I believe sharing our feelings with them teaches them to empathize with others. But saying, "no," isn't enough on its own. We need to figure out why they're doing it to provide the right support. Let me share a few approaches with you. Providing words for emotions. If your child is biting or pinching because they can't express emotions like frustration or anger, the most important thing is to stay calm. Our calmness sets an example for them to handle strong emotions positively. Then, help them learn words for their feelings. For example, you can say, "Are you angry?" You can tell mommy instead of biting. Over time, they'll learn to use words instead of actions. Pretending not to notice. If they're doing it to get your attention, try pretending not to notice. You can turn away or step back for a moment. This shows them that the behavior doesn't get the reaction they want. I've tried this myself, and surprisingly, my child started to realize that playing nicely got them more of my attention. Meeting their needs. If they're biting or pinching because they're hungry or tired, gently say, "Are you tired? Let's rest for a bit." Then, offer a snack or a nap. This not only meets their needs but also helps them learn words for how they feel. I want to remind you that if these behaviors persist, consistency in our responses is essential. It takes time, but with patience, they'll learn more appropriate ways to behave. What to do when your child bites, pinches, or pulls another child's hair. Finally, let's talk about what to do when your child hurts another child. This can be a sensitive situation, but it's also a chance to teach them empathy and responsibility. When your child bites, pinches, or pulls another child's hair, the first thing to do is stay calm. Quickly apologize to the other child and their parents. Then, talk to your child about how the other child feels. For example, Ben is crying because that pinch really hurt. By showing concern for the other child, you help your child learn to empathize. Next, take your child to a quiet spot to calm down. If appropriate, you might send a short note or message to the other child's parents to apologize sincerely. Once you're both calm, talk to your child. I usually start by asking, "Did you fight with your friend and feel really angry?" This helps me understand their perspective and listen to their feelings. Then, I suggest better ways to handle frustration, like asking an adult for help or using words to express their emotions. Sometimes, kids feel scared or guilty after hurting someone. Talking gently can help them process those tough feelings. If it feels right, encourage them to apologize to their friend. Here's a tip. After such incidents, help your child relax with activities they enjoy, like playing with sand, blowing bubbles, or drawing. These activities can help them calm down and bring back their smile. Closing words. Dear friends, raising children is never easy, but it's filled with moments of love and meaning. When our kids bite, pinch, or pull hair, it's not a sign that they're naughty, it's how they communicate with the world. What matters is that we understand them and support them with patience and love. I hope today's sharing has given you more confidence in helping your child. Thank you for listening, and I wish you all happiness on this parenting journey.